We've now arrived at the garden area, and you can see that I've blocked off the entry to the deposito so that stormwater doesn't get into it now and is diverted to the top terrace. This is one of the 3 planters that I've built, all with their own separate irrigation supply, together with this, which will be for the runner beans. I'm using the side of the storm trench to grow bay bushes, and further along a selection of edible herbs, including marjoram, oregano, mint, parsley and fennel. At the top of this trench I've got some further berry bushes, all supplied with irrigation. As these mature, I'm hoping that it will stabilise this trench banking. You can now see the second of the 3 planters. This hasn't yet been planted, but the far one has potatoes and broad beans in. I'm hoping here to grow peppers and carrots. This is the 3rd planter, which again is as yet unplanted. Behind is planted with potatoes, and on the left hand side strawberries and chives with sage in the foreground and garlic. In front of the shower room I've planted a peach tree, and in this area I'm making a garden which I'll surround with rough stones, and bringing a bit of colour to the existing small stone terraces. I planted some perennials. Using the walkway behind the shower room, you can see to the left another irrigation pipe for that area of the banking, and to the right the irrigation for the small stone terraces. These each have a single rose bush surrounded by the perennials. Again, this curtilage I'll put random stone out of the fields just to delineate it from the drive. This area in front of the house, I've tried to bring a bit of colour to it, and also to plant some ground cover, which will take a fair while to establish, but it will be interesting to see come the back end just how extensive it has grown. All this area is now irrigated. Moving to the mountain at the back of the house, you can see the 4 1,000-litre water tanks I've installed, and the pipe run goes down to where the old car is, and that's fed from the deposito. The pump pumps it from the deposito up to these tanks. The inlet pipe to the tanks can also be used as an outlet pipe, and it connects to the irrigation pipe on the top terrace. Here I'm following the pipe that we've laid on the top of the garden, which currently completes at an end stop, but I'm looking to extend this with a series of laterals going down the garden to irrigate the various small stone terraces. I'm not quite sure yet how to design this garden, because I want to retain the feel of it being within the forest, yet providing some additional colour and variety. This is a beautiful little spot to be able to come up and sit and just view the magnificent scenery of the valley and the mountains beyond. Returning now to the house. My planters are ready for this year's seedlings, and we're still a few days before the spring equinox. On this side, I've planted 2 kiwi fruit trees, which I'm hoping will grow the trellises. Now you can see a better view of the planters and what I'm hoping will be the garden area. You see the bird baths, which attract a variety of birds, and also the squirrel who comes daily. And here I've taken down the top of a eucalyptus tree which had died, and put on a bird feeder on the top, a plate with wild bird seed. Here's another eucalyptus that hasn't been doing very well, but it has shot an offshoot. Turning now, the cactus seem to be doing quite well. And have grown slightly since I arrived. That's the other type of cactus I have. Compost bin and the rainwater butt, which has proved very useful over the winter, supplying boiling water. And finally the shower room, which is nearly finished but needs base units making to cover the pipe work and finishing off.